So students, now let us continue with the topic on partial differential equations. You know that in the last lecture we have seen about heat equation and wave equations, and their solutions we have seen by using the method of separation of variables. And I told you that at least not every time one question always comes from these two methods. And also one method on method of separation of variables we have seen separately. From that also examples always comes in the examination, and these methods are very easy to solve the questions. So you can solve yourself there. And there we have seen in the initial level how to form partial differential equations. This also we have seen. Then we have seen about Lagrange's partial differential equations of into linear form. Okay, that we have seen in the form of PP plus QQ equal to R, and we have also seen the methods for this. Now let us see another topic from the partial differential equations. This is also very simple, but some attention is required. And my advice to all of you is that you must be ready with your pen and notebook, and whenever I am explaining to you and whenever I am solving the example, you also write simultaneously with me. So due to this you will get a very good practice of writing and a very good practice of understanding. So if you will write with me, then you will feel that actually the methods whichever are involved in partial differential equations are very simple. Okay, so nothing is difficult, just your attention is required and your writing practice is required. Now let us see the new topic of nonlinear partial differential equations of first order. Nonlinear partial differential equations PDE of first order. So last time we have seen Lagrange's equation of first order into linear form, and that Lagrange's equations we have seen in the form of capital P small p, capital Q small q equal to capital R. In this form we have seen, where P, you know that it is nothing but del Z by del X, and Q is nothing but del Z by del Y. That we have seen. These are P and Q are the derivatives, and these are of first order. But here we want to see non-linear. Non-linear means P and Q will appear there. That means del Z by del X and del Z by del Y will appear there. But with that, there may be higher order also. That means sometimes del Z by del X whole square, P square, Q square, or P cube, Q cube, like this. If these kind of terms are involved in the equation, we say that the equation is non-linear and is of first order, because we are only involving first order derivatives, del Z by del X and del Z by del Y only. That means we are not involving second derivatives, that means del square Z by del X square, etc. We are not involving this kind of derivatives. Okay, so here to solve this kind of equations, we have categorized nonlinear partial differential equations of first order into 4 different forms. And as per the forms of partial differential equations, we can have different techniques to solve them. So first of all, you will require to identify the equation, type of the equation. And this we are calling as standard forms. So first, the standard form is that when the equation contains only P and Q, that means we will consider a function as f of P Q equal to 0. That means in this equation no x, y or z is involved. Only P and Q are involved in the equation. So if you are asked the example in examination, then you identify the equation, whether it contains only P and Q or P and Q, or in the second case we will see whether the standard form contains standard form 2, which contains equation contains P, Q and Z only. So in this case, the equation can be of the form f of P, Q, Z equal to 0. That means no x and y are involved in this equation. Then we will see different procedure for finding the solution of this type. Then the standard form 3. Standard form 3. Standard form 3 in which P, Q, X and Y all are involved, but with the condition that P and X are on one side and Q and Y are on another side. That means they cannot be mixed. P and Q are not mixed together. And if they are mixed, then we should be able to separate out them. That means on one side, on the left hand side, we should be able to write the terms containing P and X only. And on the right hand side, we should be able to write down the terms containing Q and Y only. So in this case also we can get the solution. Then the standard form 4. Standard form 4 is nothing but a special case. This is known as Clairaut's equation. Clairaut's equation. So Clairaut's equation is very easy to solve. Simply you require to identify the equation, and once if you identify it, then without any efforts you can solve the equation. So it has the general form z equal to px plus qy plus f of pq. That means some function is involved over here containing p and q only, and in these terms, two terms are written as px plus qy. So these four forms we will see. So in examination you will be asked any one example based on the four methods. That means the example may be from these four forms. So let us see the process of solving the equations one by one. So here in the first case we will have to assume the solution as z equal to ax plus by plus c. So you start directly by assuming this kind of solution z equal to ax plus by plus c, where a, b and c are some constants. So after writing the solution, you will have to put p equal to a, and q equal to b in the given equation. In this equation, if you put a and b, then you will get some relation between a and b. That means you will get from this the functional form as f of b equal to 0. And when you get f of a b equal to 0, then you can convert a in terms of b or b in terms of a. And after getting this term, you can substitute this value in this solution, you will get the final answer. Okay? And the final answer we will call as complete integral. The solution here we will call as complete integral. So let us see one example on standard form 1. One by one we will see all the forms. Okay? So here one example, find complete integral of the equation p plus q square equal to 1. So this equation was asked in the examination January 2013. Here you should note that we can also find, apart from complete integral, we can also find singular solution and general solution. But we will focus on only this one, only complete integral. We will not focus on this part because in examination only complete integral will be asked to you, because these two are slightly tough. But instead of this is sufficient to understand. So if we want to solve this equation, then the solution As I told you, as per one mark theory, first of all you will write down what is given to us. So we are given the equation p plus q square equal to 1. Given that p plus q square equal to 1. Now we will identify that this equation falls under which category, either in standard form 1, standard form 2, standard form 3 or standard form 1. Here in this equation we can see that it involves only p and q. So therefore it is coming in, it falls in the standard form category of standard form 1. So there we will write out that therefore the equation is of the form f of pq equal to 0. Okay. Therefore we will give it as equation number 1. This as equation number 2. One by one we will also give the equation numbers. Now this is the equation, so we will start with the solution directly. This you will have to remember, and it is very easy to remember. Therefore let z equal to ax plus by plus c be the solution of 1. Okay, where a, b, c are constants, arbitrary constants, no doubt. Okay, so what will we do? Then we will put, what will we put? Here as per the procedure, I told you that put p equal to a and q equal to b in equation number 1. Therefore put p equal to a, q equal to b in equation number 1. So therefore this equation will become a plus b square equal to 1. Okay, a plus b square equal to 1. And therefore from this equation we can convert either a in terms of b or b in terms of a. But here you can see that it is very easy to convert, write down a in terms of b. So a equal to 1 minus b square. And then we will put its value equation 3, then equation 3. We will put its value in this assumed solution. Assumed solution we will also give putting 3 in z equal to ax plus by plus c, we get the complete integral, we get the complete integral. Now the final, we are at the final stage. Complete integral as z equal to ax. A is what? 1 minus b square into x plus by plus c. So this is the final answer. Okay? Have you understood this? So it is very simple to obtain the answer, solutions in this case. So you can get 3 to 4 marks very easily. Nothing is difficult over here. Now let us see another example. Another example. Find the solution of q equal to pq plus p square. So first of all our target is to identify that the equation falls into which category. Here we can see that the equation contains only p and q. Everywhere you can see that p and q are there. So it falls into first category. So therefore we shall start with the equation. First you should write down that given equation is, so you will get 1 mark directly if you write 1 or 2 steps. Therefore it is of the form f of pq equal to 0. Okay, and then we will assume that z equal to ax plus by. You can also give it as equation number 1, 2, 3. Okay, be the solution of, we will write down just in the lower line, be the solution of 1. So we are assuming this one. After that we will ax plus by plus c. Okay, after that we will put a equal to p and b equal to q in equation number 1. So Q equal to B. Therefore we get B equal to PQ. PQ means A into B plus A square. Okay. So now we will either convert B in terms of A or in terms of B. So that we can see, if we take this AB on left hand side, then we can have A into 1 minus A equal to A square. And therefore we will have 1 minus A. B equal to A square upon 1 minus A. But here we shall assume that A is not equal to 1, because if you will put A equal to 1, then the denominator will become 0, and this is not proper. And therefore we have obtained the value of B in terms of A. Then finally we will have to substitute this value in 3. So substitute B in 3, we get the complete integral Ci. Complete integral is z equal to ax plus by. B is a square upon 1 minus a into y plus c. So that's all. It is the final answer. Okay. So this example was also asked in the examination. Okay. Are you clear with this? Okay, and simultaneously with me, you write down in your notebook also. Then you will get base practice. You will have not to get worried about the solution or understanding. Because if you will write simultaneously with me, everything will be clear to you. And nothing is difficult. 3 to 4 marks weightage is there of these questions, and you can get marks very easily. Okay. Now let us see another example. Suppose we are given the equation PQ equal to K, where K is some constant. K is some constant. So here again that the equation contains only P and Q. K is constant. We are not considering this as a variable form or into derivative form. Okay. So this is equation, given equation is PQ equal to K, and it is in the form of P of f of PQ equal to 0. Therefore, in the last two solutions, we will assume that let z equal to ax plus by plus c be the solution of equation number 1. That means this one. Then we will put a equal to p and b equal to q in 1. Okay. So we will get here. Therefore, a into b equal to k, and therefore we can get b equal to k upon a. Okay. And therefore, substituting, put it in 3, equation number 3. We can get the solution very easily. Therefore, the complete integral is z equal to ax plus by. By means k upon a into y plus c. This is the complete integral. So you must have observed, and here also you see that a is not equal to 0, because if we consider a equal to 0, then this is meaningless. Are you clear with this? Related to standard form 1? Okay. Now let us see the examples based on case 2. That means standard form 2. In standard form 2, we have observed that the solution, the equation contains only P, Q and Z. Okay, that means the equation is of the form f of P, Q, Z equal to 0. So here, you will have to substitute, as we have substituted here P equal to A and Q equal to B. Here we will have to substitute in the equation that P equal to dz by du and Q equal to A into dz by du, where u equal to ax plus y, u equal to ax plus y. So here we are assuming, just like here we have assumed z equal to x plus by plus c, then we will have to assume u equal to ax plus y, or you may also assume u equal to a plus x plus ay, whatever you want. Okay, u equal to x plus y or u equal to x plus ay, where a is some constant, a is some arbitrary constant. After substituting these values into this equation, we will get some ordinary differential equation, because these are ordinary derivatives. and ordinary differential equation we can solve very easily. So let us see one example. Find the complete integral of p square equal to qz. So you can see the equation is very simple. First we will have to identify that we always start the solution by writing this one. Given that p square equal to qz. This is one. Okay? Equation number 1. So if you write this step, then you will get the idea what is to do next. So next step is to identify that this equation falls into which category. Here we can see that it contains p, q and z only. Okay? So it falls into the second category, that means standard form 2. Therefore, we will write down that therefore the equation is of the form f of p, q, z equal to 0. So it is in the second form. So therefore we will assume that let u equal to x plus ay. We will assume this case x plus ay, the second form, u equal to x plus ay. And then u equal to x plus ay, then we will put p equal to, this you will have to remember, dz by du, and q equal to a into dz by du. See, here these are the ordinary derivatives. Okay? dz by du. Actually, p is what? P is nothing but del z by del x, partial derivative, and q is del z by del y. But this has been converted into ordinary derivative due to this assumption. That is, we have assumed u equal to x plus ay. Okay? So now, if we substitute these values in this equation, then we will get p square. P square means dz by du whole square equal to q. Q is a into dz by du into z here. So this equation we have obtained. Now 1 of dz by du will be cancelled from both sides. Therefore we will get here dz by du equal to a into z. And you can see that this is ordinary differential equation. And we already know the process of finding solution of ordinary differential equation. And it is very easy. It is into variable separable form. That means we can bring this z with dz upon z, and this is a into du. Okay? So therefore we will get, after the integration, this is the integration log of z, it is the integration au plus some constant c. Okay, whenever we integrate, we put one arbitrary constant c. So you should write down that here where c is arbitrary constant, where c is an arbitrary